Southwest Florida, welcome back to the Lead Pitch Live. So thrilled that you stayed with us here at the Police Athletic League. We are blessed to have Matt Miller, the Director of Real Estate Development with National Development of Americas, Inc. Let's bump you in, man, with that long title. I hope you're making that kind of money. How long you been in the field of development, real estate development?
I've been in real estate development for 15 years now, in the affordable housing field for about 5. Moved back to the Fort Myers area in the last few years, and have been working here since then.
How are you liking the Fort Myers area in terms of housing, affordable opportunities, and where we are with that?
Well, I think right now in Fort Myers, right now we have an affordable housing crisis. I mean, we've got rising interest rates, construction costs. I'm reading articles now where rental rates are on average at $2,100 a month. We're looking at rents in the city of Fort Myers for new market rate at $2,800 a month, $3,000 a month. I just don't know how working folks in the area can afford something like that. So that's what we're trying to do now, is trying to provide housing at affordable rental rates for the community. When
you say that you're trying to provide housing at affordable rental rates, do you realize you're a hero?
I don't know about that, but we're trying.
And one of the great things about your company and what you're doing is you're working very closely with the City of Fort Myers Community Redevelopment Agency under the leadership of Michelle Hilton Terry, and they're able to subsidize with these tax increment funds and things like that. That helps in getting these units to market at an affordable rate. Speak to that.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for Michelle Hilton Terry and the CRA, this job would not be coming to fruition. They provided the tax increment financing, which allowed us to create the sources to pretty much offset the rising construction costs that we're seeing. We submitted our application for this project 18 months ago, and our construction costs have gone up 35% since then. So if it wasn't for the TIF and the CRA, we would not be here today.
I want to stay on that for 1 second. People need to appreciate the fact that we do have a strong CRA in the area, and the fact that it's moments like this, times like this in the economy, where it really illuminates in terms of its importance to helping developers like you to continue to bring on new quality stock at an affordable rate. Go.
Yeah, I mean, we've got so many folks moving to the area, and all these, jobs are being created, but folks can't live here. So it takes a CRA like Michelle Hilton Terry's to provide the tax increment financing to allow us to proceed. Right now, market rate deals are tough to make work. We are rent restricted, which is great for the market, but makes our deals a little bit more challenging. So that and the assistance we got from the city of Fort Myers, it has made this project viable.
Talk about St. Peter Claver. What is it? Where is it located, and what people can expect?
St. Peter Claver is an affordable apartment complex that we're proposing off Michigan Avenue. It's located right across the street from the Renaissance Preserve. It's a 214-unit project. We are currently working on phase 1, which is 136 units. It is a mixture of 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms. We have 68 2 bedrooms, and we have 68 3 bedrooms. And currently, we just had our rents updated to 2022. The rental range are from $600 a month up to $1,300 a month, which is phenomenal.
Now, as soon as you get started, I know you've done a lot of the background due diligence there. I don't want to turn into a banker, but that allows you to outpace with constantly rising inflation, right, and material costs and things of that nature.
Yeah,
Are you locked in with your pricing now?
We're locked in with our pricing. We are still kind of up against time right now with interest rates. We are in the closing phase right now. So I saw the 10-year Treasury went up another 10 basis points this morning, which affects our deal. But we are on track to close in the fall, and that's the plan right now. So, but it has been a challenging time with the construction costs and interest rates.
That's that vacant lot that I see when I drive through, that big vacant field?
Yeah, it's actually owned by the Diocese of Venice. It's
right.
The AFCAM
Next
building there.
Yes.
Correct. It's the 17 acres there. We'll be using 11 acres for phase 1.
The elimination of blight and slum. I love that. I know that's one of the hallmarks of a CRA. So you got this land there sitting there right now that's not really bringing in any taxes, not anything like that. And now you're turning into something of value for some affordable housing right there in the heart of the community where people live.
Yep.
The physical look, we'll have some pictures. You got some artistic renderings, but just kind of give us the look. It's going to have a nice look to it.
Yeah, it's going to be garden-style apartments. We'll have 6 apartment buildings. They're all 2- and 3-story buildings. We have a market rate architect that we work with, so we'll have a market rate look with the affordable rates.
Who are some of your other partners on the project?
The Diocese of Venice, like I mentioned earlier, it's diocese-owned land. Bishop Duane, his mission is to provide housing to residents of the community. He always feels and has said publicly that he feels that the foundation for the home is housing, or for the family is housing. So they have put the land in at a fraction of the market right now to allow this project to work. We've also partnered with Lee County Housing Authority. Executive Director Marcus Goodson has been working with us, and he's brought his expertise and his experience as well as his passion to provide housing to the community. Okay,
so Marcus is now the Executive Director of Lee County Housing Authority?
Correct.
You learn something new every day on Lee Pitts Live. Of course, I remember him from his old city of Fort Myers days.
Yeah, I believe he did the
Marcus, I'm making you famous on TV, man. Calling your name and everything. Go ahead.
Yep, and then like we mentioned earlier, the Fort Myers CRA, Michelle Hilton Terry and her staff has been working with us for 5 or 6 years now on the TIF for both phases, and has been patient with us. And then also the City Council. As we mentioned earlier, we've faced some cost issues with construction costs, and we went to them in February of this year and said we're having some gaps in our financing, and they stepped right up to the plate and provided $700,000 in ARPA funds to bridge that gap, and they got it approved in April. So that has also been instrumental to the deal. Okay.
The timeline, what are we looking at now?
We just got approved, our credit underwriting report was approved at Florida Housing Board in June. We are now in the loan closing phase, so we're working with our debt and equity providers right now. We will close construction in fall and start in the fall. And then we have about 16 to 18 months of construction, so we'll come online with these units Q1, Q2 of 2024.
Okay, that's a aggressive timeline. Hopefully, get everything done. Well, man, it's just a thrill to have a company of your scope and experience out here getting affordable housing on the way in our community. So I want to thank y'all for working closely with the city of Fort Myers and the CRA for making our neighborhood a better place to live.
Thank you for having us.
Let me bump you out. As the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Matt and all the fine people at his company. And remember, Miami has the oranges, but Fort Myers got the
juice.
We got the juice. We'll be right back.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.